so we talk about the Epicurean and Stoic philosophers. So those are two different schools. Tell us what they are.
Yeah, yeah. So in this context, the Epicureans tended to be, uh, we might consider a little bit more atheistic as far as their thinking was concerned. They did believe in the normal Greek gods. However, they kind of thought they were far removed from human affairs. They were somewhere that they really didn't affect human beings all that much. So functionally, they didn't play much of a role in their system. They were atomists, which means that they believed that reality was constituted from matter, just like many atheists today that believe that the material stuff was the main stuff of reality and that there wasn't much beyond that. They believe that after you died, you were annihilated. That was kind of the end of you. And so their philosophy was primarily focused on how we ought to be happy given those sorts of facts about the material world. And so their focus was very much on achieving pleasures and just kind of enjoying the life that you have, and not worrying so much about the gods, not worrying so much about death, just kind of living in the moment and using these pleasures to make you happy.
So were they shallow hedonist? Hedone is the Greek word for pleasure.
Right.
So were they shallow pleasure seekers?
Not probably not quite in the sense that many people might think today. They still kind of had this hierarchy of pleasures. They saw some pleasures as being more beneficial than others. There's this Greek word that we use to kind of denote happiness and flourishing in philosophy called eudaimonia, and that was still kind of the goal of the Epicurean way of life. You still wanted to live this good life, and for them that was through the achievement of these like kind of base carnal pleasures, not so much in excess. It wasn't just about getting as much of these good things as you could. There was still sort of moderation involved, but they thought the moderation is what would ultimately bring about the most happiness. So you don't want to eat too much because you'll have a stomachache the next day,
Right.
and that'll make
Okay.
you ultimately less.
Less
Uh,
happy.
yeah, exactly. Right, right.
Okay. So and then the Stoics, and how they're different.
The Stoics are different. So probably more points of comparison, more overlap with the Stoic philosophy and Christianity than certainly with the Epicureans. The Stoics were pantheists, so they believed that all of reality was somehow kind of part of God, and their philosophy was again kind of more practically focused, and they kind of saw the detachment from the physical world as the ultimate means to happiness. So they kind of bought into this idea that there's a sort of reasonableness to the world, and that everything is as it should be. And so the Stoic system is very much about embracing the way things are and kind of changing your mindset to adapt to the realities of the situation.
And that sort
So,
of makes sense. The way we use the word stoicism today is that if something bad happens, you suck it up, buttercup, right?
yeah, that's kind of like the everyday notion of what stoicism is.
And that's obviously a bit simplified because they weren't necessarily saying accept the bad, other than learn to deal with it as part of reality, right?
Yeah, exactly. So our
Okay.
happiness ultimately comes in changing our mindset, realizing that the world is the way it is. There's a certain reasonableness to the world. And so, if we experience some sort of dissatisfaction in life, it's not a problem with the world necessarily. It's a problem with our own mindset. And so, the Stoics were about adapting our own mindset, kind of tempering our expectations. And if you do that, you won't ever be dissatisfied, and you'll find happiness in doing that.
Accommodate the reality,
Hmm.
and in some
Yep.
way lower your expectations of perfection because you're not going to find it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's more or less right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.